Hello collective, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Welcome into today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are doing well on this Christmas. It's a magnificent Christmas and I feel a huge blessing and something huge happening in our collective, and I'm so happy to share this with you guys. And I don't want you guys to forget how much I appreciate all of you and how you have made so much possible for me. And I just want to give you a huge hug through the phone and say Merry Christmas. Today we're getting into a mystery Christmas pick a group, and each group has a different topic, like some of our holiday specials earlier on in the year. So you will find out your topic on the back of your object when you get to your pile. So choose intuitively. Group 1, you are the Etch-a-Sketch. Group 2, you are the motorcycle. Group 3, you are the dog bone with the Christmas hat. And I am sipping on a drink. This one is called the Magnificent Wine Co. Rosé. I found this, where did I get this from? I just went to the, what was this? Oh, I got it at the Randall's. A brand I never tried before, but it's a really great rosé if you don't like your rosé too sweet. But anyways, if you guys do not know me, my name is Felicia. I am a human and civil rights advocate, and I run a nonprofit in women's health called DIVAS Can Manifest org that sponsors this free tarot channel. And all of the proceeds, all the ads that you watch on the channel, any of the shopping that you do on the channel, all goes back to our nonprofit organization, helping us keep our lights on so that we can keep making this information accessible to all. Check the description box down below about more information about me. Also, I just recently put up what I got for Christmas for Divas Can Manifest org. So go ahead and follow that video down below, as well as some of our other vlogmas type of videos over on my lifestyle channel to learn more about us and get the behind the scenes. But without further ado, you guys, thank you for being here. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in your selection. Hi group 1, welcome to your selection. So you chose the Etch-a-Sketch, okay? This is the Merry Christmas Etch-a-Sketch, and your topic on the bag is, what is your mutual dream? What is your mutual dream? Okay, I've been guided to get this oracle deck, even though I don't like using it anymore, but what is your mutual dream? Okay. I'm hearing, for one, I want you to know that you call the shots. Okay, so this is a situation where you have the vision. Okay, the vision was put in your mind, or you have more conscious and verbal skills around your vision, okay, around your mutual dream. This is you call the shots because you guys have your divine feminine energy, and what you're creating in front of your partner is giving them the insights and the intuitions to protect. So this is a experience that you're having where you both are benefiting the relationship. It's not that your partner doesn't have written or conscious or verbal skills around your mutual dream. It is just that it's all about you. I think that you are at the center of this dream, and this partner may have come into your life and help you with something, and you were not expecting this gift. I don't think that you were expecting them to provide relief, to provide structure, support, to ensure your success. This person has really been for you, and it is all about what you want. You call the shots because you get anything that you want, okay? So the vision is yours, friend. What do you want to draw with this Etch-a-Sketch, okay? I think that a mutual dream that you and this person will have is you guys want to do some type of decorating together or something like that. Some of you guys, maybe this involves interior design, architecture, construction, renovation, home life, homes, commercial homes. This can involve real estate, and this could even be you building a home together. Is your mutual dream. Is your dream together is that, like, some of you guys, you know, the dream is to be in a home together. Okay, we have Capricorn, we have Mercury energy. Okay, so some of you guys, this is this could be a Capricorn, this could be a Taurus, this could be a Aquarius, Gemini energy. What is your mutual dream? So you guys, you have definitely been like resolving a communication blockage. So like I was saying before, it's not that your partner doesn't have conscious written or verbal skills. It is that they have been having a hard time expressing how they feel because of varied emotions or things that have been unreconciled from the past. The mutual dream is to build a home together, is what I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, is to build a home together. But you know that you can't be in a home together until you reconcile these varied emotions that cause dangerous projections. And I'm also hearing that the mutual dream is where you guys are communicating. I think that, like, the dream is to maybe even learn a new language, is what I'm hearing. Some of you guys have started learning a new language. If this is a partner that speaks a different language than you, then some of you guys have a dream where you can speak their language with them. Okay. This person also, they are planning and visualizing in their manifestation. They are getting a lot of communication and a lot of expansion through the air element. And the way that this person is navigating and adapting is by getting more information, especially if there's a difference in languages, difference in cultural groups where you guys are from are different. And they see that, like, something involves with the Capricorn energy, that something involves a lot of hard work. It involves a lot of you needing to put a lot of different structures in place before you can have this communication with each other, before you can have a home with one another. And accept your past. Okay, come into acceptance about your past as well. Okay, so what is the mutual dream? Okay, come into acceptance about the past. Reconcile those varied emotions. Stop projecting onto one another. Stop with the hostile communication with one another. Understand each other. Speak each other's language. Okay, give each other's, I'm hearing giving each other a lot of gifts as well, presents, a lot of this person really wants to spend the holidays with you. Okay, so this is probably why it's coming up on this special video, is that, like, you know, this person really wants to spend holidays with you. They want to spend family time with you. They want to spend Christmas with you, okay, in a home. And they're planning towards a future where they get to be in a home with you. I'm getting that this is someone who's getting all jazzed up, or they're getting prepared to have a home or to spend the holidays with you. And they just see all the types of decorations, and they just envision more decorations and holidays together, and food and community, and speaking the same language is what I'm hearing as well. So some of you guys, if your partner speaks a different language than you, then I would definitely start speaking that language, okay? Because they want to have a home and a holiday with you, and they're looking forward to when you guys recover from something painful from your past, okay? They want to recover from something painful from the past, okay? And want to, you know, spend the rest of their life with you, okay? They want to recover and spend the rest of their life, is what I'm hearing, okay? Quest. What is the mutual dream? Okay, so this person, they were with you when you had short hair, okay? Something where they see that your hair has grown so long. Something where they see your hair has grown so long, so the mutual dream is for you to have beautiful hair. And so they also know that you have been making a lot of progress around that, and some of them, they want to see you with a bang on, okay? So some of y'all grow your hair long so you can wear the bang, okay? I'm also getting that, like, there's a mutual dream of going on different adventures together, going traveling with one another, sightseeing, traveling to foreign lands together, learning different languages, eating different cuisines. Some of them want to roll out the red carpet for you. That's what I was getting before. Like, this person is getting prepared for when they get to share these deep and tenacious relations with you, and they want to make sure everything is together, and they want to make sure they're clean and proper and have the right clothes and have the right some of them, they want to have a lot of videos and photography of you, so they want to make sure they get their technology up and stuff like that. Some of them are getting ready to buy you a ring, or they're really they're working, they have a lot of planning and preparations around something. So it's like they know that when you achieve this goal together, that you will I don't know, that there will be more goals, or there will be more adventures. So they're really excited about that. Some of them have gone on a quest with you. This person has been on a journey of traveling around with you. This person has been all over with you, okay? Some of them, you've already done a lot of traveling with them, or they followed your journey for a long time, and some of them have watched your hair grow long, they watched your booty get bigger, they watched you become a different person, and they see that they've watched you recover, and their dream is for you to recover so that you're safe enough to be in this home with them, or to go on new adventures with them. This person they want to be a part of your life forever. They want to continue to go on adventures with you forever. They want to continue to talk to you forever. So this person is attached to you and conjoined at the waist, okay? We have balance. They want you guys to come, find a communication where you're balanced about the past, because I do feel like you guys have something that you're angry about, okay? I think that another part of this mutual dream is that you guys have actually learned so much together. You've talked to each other so much, and not everything that you've talked about has been happy, but I definitely think that it has been a journey of self-discovery, and the dream is for them to continue to go on that journey of self-discovery with you, to continue finding themselves and seeing and being shown a reflection of a conscious lover, partner, friend, okay? So I definitely think that there's something that is positive and negative in this situation that needs to come into harmony. And this is about what you perceive as positive and negative about your relationship, or about the manifestation of this mutual dream. This is you are finding your balance, and you are finding a balanced communication that's peaceful enough to be in a home, okay? And so, yeah, your soulmate, yeah, you guys have had so many soul memories with one another. You guys have gone down so many journeys with one another, had so many different conversations, and awakenings and ascensions and discovering parts of yourself and learning about, you know, your shadow aspects and learning about your addictions, learning about your hair is what I'm hearing. This person has really learned about your hair. Okay, I think that that's a big part of your relationship, is watching you recover your hair and watching them recover your beauty, or watching you recover from some type of hardship that you went through, that it took a lot of hard work. They literally know that you've worked so hard to meet them, to rise to them, to be a version of yourself that you're proud of, to feel confident with them. So they know everything about you, okay? So there is no embarrassment, there is no shame, there is no regret, because this is your soulmate and they have stuck beside you this entire time. So some of you guys, if you're having insecurities about your physical appearance, this is a past baggage that you are projecting your toxic expectations about, okay? You need to balance. This is your responsibility. They have clearly not been, like, this is your soulmate, so it's going to transcend this physicality. But a lot of you guys, you might have a relationship from your past that you have been codependent on for physical security because of a deep insecurity about your physical appearance. And for a lot of you guys, this could be your hair, or this could be your skin, or this could be being fat, okay? And this person is your soulmate, and they have been helping you realize that this is not, you know, you're projecting from the past, and these are, you know, varied emotions from your past. And they may have also have a relationship from their past that they are projecting, that they had for physical security as well. So this relationship is mirroring, and this relationship challenges you guys. This relationship challenges you guys to release that deep self-criticism and doubt that have been stopping you from having intimacy, okay? And so that you're safe and that you're not acting crazy, okay? We have complacency. So I think that you are the mutual dream. You accomplish your mutual dream with this person, okay? But some of you guys might have a challenge of complacency around this relationship. I definitely would recommend you watching the live stream, the third Sunday of the month for Sunrise Soul. There was this card came out as the significator for the reading. Some of you guys, your soulmate does become complacent. But I think, I don't know what is the mutual dream with this person? I think that you fulfill your mutual dream together, okay? But I don't know if this relationship, yeah, I think that this person, they will have addictions, okay? And I think that your mutual dream was to overcome addictions and recover, okay? Especially because a lot of your recovery is shown through your physical vessel, for you especially feminine energies or women, female forms. Your recovery is reflected in your beauty, and it radiates how beautiful you are now. Radiates, like it reflects this quest that you guys have been on together, okay? But this person has not, they just become complacent, and they really don't, they will really struggle with an addiction, okay? And I think that the mutual dream is for you to accept negative aspects, come into balance and accept negative aspects of this relationship, that reflects this person's shadow attachments and addictions. I don't think that this is going to stop you from having your domestic bliss with this person. I don't think that this is going to stop you from loving each other or being attracted to each other, but I think that you will be aware of this person's addictions, and you will have to come into balance about that, because this person will probably compromise their integrity and honesty because they have a addiction that they cannot control, and they become very complacent in this relationship. And you may just have to accept that they will not have integrity and honesty, okay? Now, I definitely think that, like, you have been on a quest with this person, but I think that this addiction is not, what is your mutual dream with this person? I think their dream is, it's never too late. I think that they could overcome their addiction, but I think that you will not be able to have a home with this person until this person overcomes some type of addiction that has been having a power of authority over their inner spirit, okay? So give me a little bit more information around what this person has, what kind of addiction this is, and how this person has become complacent around it, okay? So tell me more about your mutual dream, pal one, okay? It's like I think that they might get to a point of giving you, everything that you want, but it's like something where it'll be picture perfect, friend, okay? But I think that they will have addictions where they won't be honest all the time, okay? Or they just, it's an addiction that they formed when you were, I think it's an internal struggle about your body, about your butt or your physical body, or something else that made them feel emotionally insecure or weak, okay? This soulmate that you've been on this journey with them, and there's no doubt about it that you love each other. But I think that through this process, this is the shadow sides of the dream, is what I'm hearing, is that there is a codependency that they form while you were recovering, okay? And I think that the mutual dream is for them to recover from where they grew complacent and just using this codependency, but it has some type of negative impact, okay? So something that they did to regulate, okay, through this whole process, through this quest, okay? Periods when you were away is what I'm hearing. Periods when you were away. And you were viewing them with balance, justice, and compassion, and saying, hey, you might have regrets about, certain choices that you made on this quest with the soulmate. And you were a lot more free and liberated and just detached in this whole quest. And they had a lot of sorrows, and they were very shadowy, and started doing something to compromise their integrity and honesty to regulate, okay? So give me more information around this, friends, okay? What is the mutual dream with this person, okay? With the Four of Cups. We have Justice. Yeah, that's what I was getting. Yeah, this person won't be fair, okay? And I think that, you will see that this person, you have this unconventional relationship with this person. And like, through this quest and, you exploring different unconventional aspects of your relationship, this person has grown emotionally stagnant, complacent, and have refused to take responsibility for something and have grown complacent, okay? And I think things just fizzled out, okay? Or that you're really just something where a really, you know, one of your third parties or something like that fizzled out this relationship, okay? Or one of their third parties fizzled out this relationship. And, you know, this, I think that you may have grown cold like ice. I think that you find emotional satisfaction in this situation. But I think that they were really truly struggling with some of the unconventional aspects of your relationship, especially when they saw that your beauty got better, okay? When they saw that your hair got longer, your skin cleared up, your booty got bigger. They became very intimidated by this level up, and may have just really they were really emotionally weak and insecure and grew complacent around their strategy towards this relationship. I think that their mutual dream with this justice in the reverse is for them to bring it into justice, okay? For them to gather their inner spirit and come out of complacency. But I definitely see that, like, this relationship, like, let's get messages from this person who you are sharing a mutual dream with, okay? I think that this person is everything that you've ever wanted, and you are also everything that they've ever wanted. But there's a codependency that this person formed, and it turned into an addiction. A codependency that this person formed to cope with some unconventional aspect of your relationship, and they grew emotionally stagnant and complacent. And I think that it wasn't fun for you anymore, or it stops being fun for you anymore, or you may go exploring elsewhere, okay? Or choose to have an open relationship, because you feel like this person has grown ice cold towards you, and they are more fulfilled with their addiction or something like that, okay? You know, I think that for some of you guys, you accomplished your dream with this person, and you guys have chosen not to continue a relationship. Some of you guys, you know, they really miss you, but I think that they're struggling with an addiction right now, okay? I'm not going to say that this is where they will always be. This is your soulmate, so you guys have many different infinite cycles with one another, but they really do miss you. And, you know, now that the party is over, you know, the quest is over, or the goal is achieved, you know, I think that it just fizzled out. I think that the dream was accomplished. So you can decide what you want to do with that. Like, if you want to move forward and just know that they'll have an addiction to cope with how things fizzled out in your relationship, to kind of just like survive, I think. Does that make sense? So some of you guys, this could mean that the relationship is canceled, okay? Because they were complacent, and I just think that you can't, like, you know, they were struggling. They were not able to take responsibility for their addiction. It's like something where they might have, literally, with this justice, they may have just done something dishonest. To hide, you know, and just decided to be complacent, okay? They really miss you, but I don't see them being able to, like, they're just complacent, okay? Yeah, they were complacent. They hid who they really are. They really didn't have integrity and honesty, okay? Especially when they started to struggle with the unconventional aspects of your relationship. They started lying or did something else to let something else have an authority over their inner spirit to cope with your relationship. Okay, I don't know what this quest and this soulmating energy, some of you guys really just have, yeah, some of you really just like have the ick now for whatever codependency they form to cope. Okay, some of them, they really did betray you. Okay, so yeah, they're watching you. Okay, and I think that they betrayed you, and now they are begging you to choose them. Okay, and I think that like you don't like him anymore. Okay, and realize like it's just like something where you realize that they were a complacent addict, and it's your decision to choose them. Okay, because like it got to a point where it became your decision or something like that. I don't think that this Three of Cups is the end of the relationship. It could just be that this person has chosen to go down another path. They've chosen to go, you know, on another quest right now, and they want you to stay and wait for them to go down another quest. But this is not a quest. Some of them is just some kind of complacent behavior that they're doing, that they're asking you to just accept. Some of them, they hid who they really were, and they hid some type of pain and shame around your unconventional relationship, and they were not able to, they fell short by quite the distance in this mutual dream, is what I'm hearing. Okay, they were not able to hold responsibility because of this. Okay, and I think that you were left to recover on your own, and it became your decision. Okay, so I think that this person will be with you again, but they need more communication. So some of them, you know, the truth is they chose lust over true love, and that this is maybe the end of the relationship. And some of it was they needed to go psychologically regulate with their ex or with their past or something like that, or that even if you do choose to be with them, they will still need to go, they will not hold themselves responsible for their behavior. Okay, they will not tell you the truth. Some of them will not tell you the truth, and you'll know that they're dishonest if they still haven't shown up in a reality that you, where the dream matches your, like where the reality matches the dream. Okay, for a lot of you guys, this is not the end of the relationship, but in this cycle, this person has chosen to be complacent and to not hold themselves responsible for something important. And I think that just drained their like the third party interference is, or the lackluster, boring behavior is you not being able to hold yourself accountable. I think that you just got really turned off, got the ick, or didn't want this person to touch you anymore. And they're asking you to, they're begging you to choose them. They're begging you to choose them. But it's like you're not, you turned ice cold. They see that you turned ice cold because of something that they were, some type of addictive behavior that they couldn't control, that may have been negative and harmful to you. Okay, yeah, you know, they're very receptive to you. They see that you are the Empress. Okay, you are the divine feminine, but I think that your unconventional relationship is needing more balance of what you perceive as positive and negative. Yeah, you definitely have a new opportunity with this person. The relationship is not over, but you guys have up and down relationship, and they might go off on a quest with someone else, or you might go off on a quest with someone else. But I think that by this point, you have experienced a lot of hardship and have grown apathetic towards them, because they're still letting this addiction to explore or to choose or to psychologically regulate somewhere else, like and have been very complacent in that, and not fulfilling your dream in some type of way. They're very receptive to you, and they see you as the empress, but they will flee away from the relationship. And I think that the relationship just ultimately loses value when you realize that they're not as great as you thought that they were. They fear that you know everything, that you know that they're an addict, and they're just complacent, sitting there in a marriage with you, perhaps. Okay. But I think that ultimately, like, the relationship just loses its value, because you become disillusioned by their addiction, that they became complacent within at your expense. Okay. And they know that you know everything, and they'll be very defensive about this all the time. Okay. We have the World in the reverse. I think that a lot of you guys are, this is not the end of the relationship, but I think that you'll have to get closure that they're just complacent. Okay. It's weird that they're asking you to choose. I think that this, whatever they're doing, where they, I don't know, like, I don't think they have no more moves, friend. I think that they're done. Okay. For some of you guys, they might keep coming around because you're the empress, right? They keep coming around to undermine your feminine energy, for a new opportunity, to see if you'll be receptive to them, and then they'll continue this addiction, or they'll continue this behavior that is negative. And I think that you're finally just wrapping up and emotionally withdrawing. Okay. For some of you guys, you will not be moving forward with them. For others, you will move forward with them and just finish a project that you guys have been working on. Okay. And then you'll just accept the things that you cannot change, that this relationship, that they struggled, they formed an addiction trying to cope with your unconventional relationship. And a lot of this is because of your booty. Okay. Or your body type, or the fact that all eyes are on you. They just have a lot of ways to cope with that, and they just become complacent. And I think you're still receptive to them. I think that you're still receptive to them because of this journey that you guys have been on together. Okay. So let me know how that resonates, Pal 1. I hope that you enjoyed this selection, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the motorcycle. Okay. And your mystery topic is, what is their next move? Okay. What is their next move? Okay. So I'm being guided to pull from the channel messages. Okay. What is their next move, Pal 2? Okay, to be toxic. Okay, their next move is to be toxic. I'm also hearing be yourself, Pal 2. Okay, so this person's next move is to watch you from a social media account. Okay, these are gang stalkers that you're literally transmuting their negativity. Okay. Okay, we have Archangel Zachiel. We have bad habits. So somebody is toxic because of bad habits. We have Archangel Shamuel. I don't think that, especially if you guys are here from Power 1, I don't think that all is lost in this situation. This person doesn't always have to be complacent. I think that this person's next move is to resolve a conflict peacefully with you. But this was a matter, I feel like a lot of this was a matter of ancestral patternings. And this, a lot of what you've been dealing with is being too pretty, okay? And a lot of your relationships have been struggling with an ancestral patterning around your beauty. I think just in general, being very beautiful shows people that they don't have a really beautiful ancestry, and that reflects back to them some really destructive things, okay? I think that some of you guys, you might not come from beauty. Some of you guys, you have been given all of the beauty and the brains in the family, and I think that people just, they make a lot of wrong assumptions about you with all this beauty. They just assume that you come from beauty, that you come from wealth, that you come from privilege, and a lot of you guys are marginalized and disadvantaged beauties. This is what makes you a woman and child at risk, perhaps, okay? And I think that just you clearing your bad habits, especially being a disadvantaged person, people don't realize how many bad habits can come with this being a disadvantage. You're not even you don't even realize that you had bad habits as a disadvantaged person, okay? But I think that their next move is to forgive, heal pain, and overcome their codependencies and addictions. This is a peaceful relationship, okay? And I think that this has helped you discover unconditional love and find inner peace and forgive those who have hurt you and peacefully resolve a conflict. For a lot of you guys, this is a nurturing romantic love, and you have nurtured someone out of a pain, or a sin, an addiction. You have nurtured them into liberation and freedom, okay? Some of these people, their name can start with the letter R, N, E, A, L, or Z, or G. I think that their next move is to move forward in life and to move into healthier circumstances, change their negative attitude that has been persisting this conflict, and remember something important that they need to do, like time. Especially with this motorcycle coming up, some of y'all, this person is about to get up quick, fast, and in a hurry, because you have embraced the inner peace. And I think that that means that there's a lot of room for you to move them up out of your life. Anybody who isn't able to overcome their bad habits and addictions and compromise their integrity and honesty are complacent, and that means that they're canceled. There is no building a white picket fence around it. There is no moving forward if you cannot. I'm hearing something where you are strictly enforcing them to resolve a bad habit, okay? Because this is making your relationship not peaceful or causing a conflict, okay? Their next move is to free themselves with your benevolence and mercy, because some of you guys are very merciful. You're a merciful queen, and this will help you. Showing mercy to them will help you resolve this conflict, because a lot of them have hurt you, or there's a lot of damage that may have been done here, and a lot of consequences for immaturity. And I think that this recovery will help you heal the pain that you faced in this situation. This person's next move is to have a peaceful relationship with you, and for you guys to heal and overcome pain, okay? To resolve a conflict peacefully, to embrace your freedom. Some of you guys, they're coming in to resolve a conflict peacefully with you and offer you financial freedom, okay? But let's get into the tarot. What is their next move with you? Pile 2. What is their next move with you? I'm hearing their next move is to strategize you, okay, so that they can resist evolving a bad habit, okay? And I think that this process will help you discover unconditional love, because yeah, I definitely think that, like, I feel like their next move is to move forward in life and to, you know, to evolve. Because some of you guys, you have been calling them lazy, you have been calling them inopportune, you have been really offering a lot of negative judgment and criticism, and it has shown that you are very apathetic and you have grown bored with the conflict. And I think that it's just, the more you remove yourself from them, honestly, this is like, I feel like this is kind of starving a narcissist. Whoever has been in a conflict is really because they are dealing with bad habits from their ancestry. And this could also be bad habits from their ancestry to choose plastic surgery, or to choose ugly partners, to choose people that were just not up to par. Like, some of this is around their decisions around mating and not having a good, like, not having good mates and not having a good ancestry, not having a good family, you know what I'm saying? And that's also ancestral patterning, to be like, yeah, I don't know, to be so bad. Like, so I think that a lot of you guys have just evolved yourself and found inner peace and just let them conflict on their own. And I think that that just will let them starve themselves, because they were just doing something toxic to conflict with you, especially the CEO is what I'm hearing. Someone who was heading for a fall, okay? They really hurt you, that's what I'm hearing, okay? So, but they're obsessed. Like, this is the crazy thing about it. Like, this person's next move is to withdraw from a shadow attachment of pain and shame. Some of them, this is their marriage, okay? Or something that they feel bound to, okay? So, what is this person's next move? Pile 2, okay? They're emotionally withdrawn from something. This is a lot of this is this person's id, part of their psyche. These are their uncontrollable impulses, their reckless behavior, their things, their instinctual responses to things, their innate responses to things. And a lot of you have been, these are just bad habits, right? That's why they're innate, that's why they're instinctual, that's why they're done subconsciously without awareness of it, that have been creating a conflict. I think that their next move is to resolve a bad habit and resolve a conflict with you, okay? A part of this is them needing to find their own inner peace. This conflict has nothing to do with you, but a projection of their truly chaotic internal realm that they cannot take responsibility for. Some of them, they got a big belly and they need to get rid of that. Like, if they got pot bellies, you know they got bad habits. If this is a partner or something like that, like an older man or a man or something like that, you know that if they have a pot belly, you know that it's not good, friend. Like, you know that they're lazy, you know, because some of them will try to come around, right? They got money, whatever. Try to take you out, try to act like they your boss or something like that. You just know that they ain't shit because their health looks so poor. You can tell by the way you can tell by their health, friend, that they just ain't shit. It's like if they big, if they got some kind that you could tell, like something where you might even be able to tell that they got the bad habits, and like you could tell where they misstepped in their hygiene routine. You can tell, you know, something where their hair might be disheveled or their hair might be nasty, and you're just like, I can tell that you have bad habits. So a lot of them have been in conflict with you because you reflect their their pain and shame, because they see that you don't have the same bad habits that they have, and you've grown bored with a conflict, and you're like, back up, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go work out that subconscious thing on your own. I'm like, something where this person has been really hurting you. Yeah, fight. The Five of Swords, they have really been hurting you because they won't take responsibility for their own fuck ups. They won't take responsibility for where they didn't follow through. They won't take responsibility for where they weren't consistent, where, you know, they were nasty, or like something like where they literally will not take responsibility for their bad habits and making it seem like it was something that you did, and that's the reason why they bogus or something like that. Like, I don't know, friend, what this person is talking about, but it feels like this person, you unconditionally love this person for a lot of you, and they just keep fighting you and hurting you, and they keep finding reasons to hurt you because they become complacent around their bad habits. Look at them trying to move on to calm waters with you in the boat, right? Friend, you still on the boat, friend. Friend, you still here, okay? Because they keep trying to take you out with this conflict. This is somebody who loves you unconditionally. That's the crazy part about it. Friend, this is somebody who loves you, dirty draws, and they just keep fighting because they know that it's unconditional love. Some of these people, they just take advantage of the fact that it's unconditional love. And they keep asking you, can you handle all my scars? Can you handle all my scars? Oh, no, I can't. I literally cannot. Like, I literally cannot handle it, because they literally do something crazy when they figure this person wants to, some of them, they really want to have sex with you. And when they feel like, when they want to have intimacy with you, they will fight with you. I think that some of them get turned on by fighting, okay? That's a really bad habit as well, and a family violence, okay? Some of them come from a family violence. Yeah. Right. They next move, what did I say? Coming around for the 3 of Cups, coming around for the parlay, coming around for the bounce that ass, coming around for the, you guys are bound by a ring, or bound, you guys are bound. Something, this is an unconditional love, so they know, friend. They know they can do anything that they want, friend. They know they can conflict with you about anything. Friend, they conflict with you about anything, and it'd be a whole, they really get turned on by this conflict, and this is such a bad habit that they're doing, okay? Like, so who the fuck is this? Yo, this person over here, that you're literally an angel, and they come around conflicting with you because it's something subconscious with the moon. And it's like they conflict with you and try to emotionally withdraw when this shadow attachment is triggered, okay? This person, this is all a bad habit, okay? To go, like, it's like your relationship, they emotionally withdraw from you because they cannot take responsibility for a bad habit, or they don't have, you know, enough information about a bad habit, or enough awareness around a bad habit to get control of it, okay? That's what I'm hearing. For some of you guys, this is a dad, okay? This is a dad bod. If they got the dad stomach, just tell them to go on somewhere, friend. Just tell dad to go on, okay? Sugar daddy, go ahead, bye. Listen, cause what? Cause we don't drink alone, okay? They keep hurting you, friend, and conflicting with you, but that be really a turn off for them. Like, they like to fight. They like to fight, friend, okay? But I think that this really makes you feel, this is really a hardship in y'all relationship. Like, I think that they always cause some type of, like, it's like, I think that it's unconditional love, but I think that it's ultimately something that this person isn't aware of, that they cannot stop fighting about, okay? And it creates a hardship in the relationship. Some of you guys get into a real fight, and it leads to something negative happening. It's not like this BDSM where it leads to the orgasm or climax, but it leads to a hardship. It leads to something bad happening, okay? So I think that their next move is to like fight with you some more, and it's because of their own pain. It's their own shame and their bad habits that they can't, that you might not even be aware of. This is not something that you can resolve, but maybe, you know, you can help them resolve it by communicating more and being intuitive about what kind of bad habit this could be. But this person really, they keep blaming you for their bad habits, I think, you know. So before we move into more tarot, I'm actually getting guided to pull one of these archetype cards. You know, what's their next move? Pile 3. It's pile 2. Yeah, this next, I feel like what they do to fight with you is this is their bad habit. This is the family violence, because a lot of them, they know that you are bound. So they, you just be standing there next to them. Some of y'all literally are married to this person or something like that, or could have children with this person. But some of y'all might even be working together, and you're just standing there with this person working, and they are really like, you really are having this conflict behind the scenes or something like that, where they hoard their money and emotions, okay? And they refuse to, they literally like create so much hardship with you when you usually would be delighting in your creative abilities and entrepreneurial spirits and delight in sharing life's riches. But instead they hoard money and emotions to fight, okay? You will know that they're fighting with you when they are cold and detached, and that means that they could be going off to go compromise their integrity or honesty, or this could be literally just energetic, where they feel like they literally feel so, they don't reciprocate because they don't feel good enough, okay? With the devil, what's their next move? Power 2. Okay, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's literally because they don't reciprocate, because they don't feel good enough, and so they start a fight, okay? So instead of feeling good enough and addressing their bad habits, they emotionally withdraw from you, okay? And it's because something subconscious they can't take accountability for, okay? A fear of their own empowerment is what I'm hearing. 6 of Pentacles. This person's really needy on you. Okay, what did I say? I cannot believe that came out with the 9 of Pentacles reversed. This person is so codependent on you. It's wild. It's like they will fight with you and create hardships in your relationship because they know that you guys cannot leave each other. And then they will like literally fight because they can't overcome their own addiction, because they can't overcome their own bad habits. So they get complacent and fight with you to drum up emotions, to drum up a fight, to drum up some type of passion, instead of taking responsibility and actually being passionate and being inspired. They just start a fight, okay? Withdrawing emotions because they know that that'll make you act crazy. Like them withdrawing emotions, they know that it will make you throw tantrums, or it'll make you fight, right? And so they want to do this. Like some of you guys, literally, they want to fight because they are complacent and they keep making excuses for their addictions and their bad habits, okay? Yeah, 8 of Swords won't see the truth. It's not you, it's them. With the Knight of Swords, they're totally out of depth and totally like some of them, they're about to really make a big mistake, okay? Because they can't face some type of storm. They don't feel strong enough, okay? With the Eight of Swords, they don't feel strong enough to face this hardship. The Sun, I feel like this is a temporary depression, that they're just feeling resistance intensely, and it is creating a fear of losing something, okay? And I think that what's actually the risk and the liability of you losing your wealth, you want to be acting scared, you want to act scared that you're going to lose your wealth. How about the bad habit is the liability, friend? That's the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Swords is the liability. The hardship that you're putting in the relationship is the liability. The hoarding of emotions and money is the liability. Some of you, their next move is getting them left behind. They keep fighting and hoarding their money and emotions, but this is a fear of them losing their emotional wealth, and a fear of them losing their money, okay? And they won't admit the fact that this is, you know, the reason why they have this fear of losing it is because it's not really secured in the first place. They need to clear some bad habits to feel more secure. I think their next move is to, you know, for you to have hope in this relationship, but the relationship really is not resolved, okay? I think they have hope for the relationship to resolve, but I think that some of you guys will just see that they are really a codependent relationship where they just constantly need you to coddle their bad habit, to help them grow an awareness around their bad habit, to nurture them a lot, to coddle them into an awareness, into a ascension, into a they're really codependent on you for clarity, so that they can but they never ultimately end up facing it. You know what I'm saying? They never face the demon. They never express. It's just like this constant cycle. And I think that you finally see that this person keeps coming around for a party or for some type of other shadowy thing that they're doing, but they're not actually showing up in an abundant way, okay? And their bad habits really just get out of control. And yeah, I just don't think that this relationship is moving forward anymore. And I think that these were just all strategies to drain you and to stop you from moving forward. But you're finally learning how to give and receive in equal measure. And when you receive something that you're not okay with, you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. I think at this time you are not aligned with this person because they haven't found inner peace. They're not safe relationships. They're not sound people. They're not connected to reality. And I think their next move is they need to recover on their own. And I think their next move is to leave you to recover as well. And I think that they just the devil, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that there is a balance of unconditional love from this person or something like that. Or it's just that it's out of balance right now. I think that this person is just really lacking clarity and they can't move forward. They're too impacted by a hardship that they feel that they're not strong enough to stand up to. And it's because they really have had bad habits and have had codependencies and addictions that they have had no boundaries around. And so they were not prepared. They were not aligned, okay? And I think that you can have hope for this situation, but I don't know if this, this person's, they were just, I don't know if they ever, I think you have, I don't know, I don't think that they have started a new spiritual beginning with you, okay? And I think you have hope for this relationship to resolve the conflict, but I don't see this person, they're just a bad habit, it feels like, okay? And yeah, I think their next move is to say for, for the ending to happen, okay? Some of them, they're just, with this Knight of Cups, I think that this could not be the end of the relationship for some of you guys, especially for those who feel bound to this person, okay? This could be your long-term partner where they keep creating endings with wild pessimistic swings, okay? Or they keep, like, you guys have a huge fight because they withdraw their emotions, and that was very painful. But I think that they are definitely, like, the Knight of Cups is, it's like, it's a positive sign, but I don't see, if you, like, because of this hardship, I don't know if you have decided to move forward yet, okay? But I do see them thinking about the possibilities, and they have hope for about a better future in this relationship where you guys have resolved a conflict, and have, but I think that this ultimately is a karmic challenge because it involves a natural gift and, a codependency that could be formed out, from a natural gift out of a bad habit because it comes so naturally, is what I'm hearing, okay? So that's what I'm saying, friends, about what their next move is. Some of them are bringing you an offer after releasing these different illusions that have gotten them left behind or have gotten them delayed. For a lot of you, this is just a delay to resolving the conflict, but I think that, like, just take a leap of faith because there's interference of bad habits that may cause them to need a lot from you, okay? So that's what I'm seeing, friends, around the next move. Let me know how this resonates. Let's get one more. Clarifying the moon. What's their next move? Yeah, they're still mastering a bad habit that they have. That's an addiction. I think that they want to resolve the addiction, but they just chronically throw these emotional tantrums, especially because some of them know that you guys are bound together. Some of them, they have chosen to do something, but they panic, and this was just like a fear, okay? And so they're still in their fear, and so they need to master this fear and release the defense around it. And I think that you guys will be successful because they feel pain, but it's like there's like pain and I don't know. Give me more information around this Knight of Cups. What is that? What is this person's next move? What do they might want to send you an offer, but I don't know if it's, I think they want to send you an offer to preserve what you have left, but their addiction created so much hardship in the relationship, you don't know if you want to move forward. This person has a karmic challenge. It's something that they're not aware of, something subconscious that they're working on that gets them left behind, I think. Okay, let me know how that resonates, pal, too, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the dog bone with a Santa hat, and your question, I have to fold this in all kind of way. Your topic is, how can you seduce them? Okay, I'm hearing give a dog a bone. Okay, some of these people, you have been very strict about them resolving their karmic challenges before they get to touch you, okay? And it's because of their privilege, friend. It's because they're privileged. You make them work harder because they're privileged. Just what I'm hearing. LOL, friend. Okay, how can you seduce this person? I'm actually going to pull messages from the Divine Feminine Oracle, and we're also going to get a message from the Sacred Sexuality deck. Okay. How can you seduce them? We have Mao Bago, the warrior saint. I am the warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. So how can you seduce this person? I think that when you show this person your resources, they get that's very attractive. I think that you trust what you bring to the table in this situation. Trust that you are indeed the trophy. You are the prize, okay? You are the one that brings all the resources and support. You are the one that brings the community together because they literally see you as a saint of love. You are fighting people who are not loving, okay? And this has brought in so much, this has attracted so many resources and support. And I think that keep defending love, keep defending unity, keep defending something positive, okay? And they will, like, I think that that is really seductive. I think another way to seduce this person is like they like to see you whip them a lot, okay? This person likes to see that you have been taming them, okay? You tame their ego a lot with the abundant amount of resources and support that you have, okay? And I think that you keep showing up with more resources and support, and it's just like, it'd be like yeah, you were doubting me, or you thought I couldn't do it on my own. I did it on my own. Like, this person likes that you are not a damsel in distress. They like the fact that you have been a warrior to fight for love, where all these different illusory distractions of resources and support can draw them away into an illusion of attraction. So them seeing the way that you communicate in your community, seeing that you defend love in your community, seeing the resources that you have and the support that you're getting, shows that you are truly abundant, and that all these resources, like, and that on top of that, having defending love so much shows that you are different than any other option, okay? Where other people might have support and resources, but they're not a warrior of love, right? And this is like where you disillusion them and say, hey, like, you know, maybe in the past you didn't have resources and support. Maybe you were just starting out, and this person has watched you gain all of this over time, and the more you boss up, they are more attracted to you the more that you boss up, okay? Yes, it is true that men love bitches with money, okay? So y'all sitting there looking flossed out, they're happy to connect with someone who has their own, because it shows, you know that song, I love her cause she got her own, she don't need much, just leave mine alone. I love that song. It's kind of like that song. It's just like you got your own. You got your own resources and support. Like, it's like something where they fall through, or like they test you or something like that, and then you show them that your bag is very fucking secure, that your position is irreplaceable, that you're not going anywhere, that you have plenty of resources, that you don't need them for anything. And it's kind of like that shows people that it's a pure love. It's not conditional on them giving you something, okay? I mean, I think that that's really seductive and attractive, okay? So I think that's really seductive. Pile 3. How can you seduce them? Let's get 2 more. Okay, how can you seduce this person? Okay, we have Maushing Labradon, the diamond-hearted Dakini. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. I think that also how you seduce this person is seeing, some of you guys, you see the light in a love triangle. I think that some of you guys, that's really attractive as well, because some of you showed them support or something like that. And I also feel like you recognizing or you addressing an ego belief that you may have had about the situation. They see that you have sustained your self-confidence if there has been like a love triangle, because a lot of this, especially, it is you taking responsibility for like a codependency or addiction that they formed when you were away. Okay, so you're just like, I see that you have done some triangulation, and it's literally to harm. Okay, third parties are not real. Those are the illusion of attraction, especially when it seems like they're really supporting them, or they really have a lot of resources. This could be like they could be pretending to do a lot of fellowshipping, and a lot of these are illusions of attraction. Like, people like to see people with resources, support, and fellowship, right? And the more that you set your ego beliefs free, the more you can come out of your shell and get more support. Some of you guys, some of this is not what you want. Maybe you do not want to, you're not this person that needs to show off a bunch of resources. That is a tactic that people use to hide the fact that they're really not abundant. A lot of it is superficial values. People just chasing these possessions, sex, money, and power. And you have been this monk or this person who's been dedicated to your spirit, and having a lot of resources, you're just not into it. Like, some of you guys, you're trying to go shopping. You might even have an unlimited credit card or something. Like, you might be rich as hell, friends. And then, like, people just like, you keep wearing the same kind of outfits, or you're not really trying to put on no show or put on no outfits or something like that. You just are not interested in buying possessions. You're not a materialistic person. And so, like, people, that's a lull of materialism that people have been under. Is that, like, you could be sitting next to a millionaire on the bus, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be some type of shallow, snarky opportunist that only you need to see someone's possessions, or see their materials, or see all their, like, resources and support to, like, decide if they're worthy of being supported. A lot of you guys, you recently, like, you come to term about this, and just, like, had to realize that a lot of that is like a shiny object syndrome, or choosing a lust over true love. Could also be just not just psychological regulation, but it could also be chasing sex, money, and power. Okay, some of you guys, like, being able to sustain your confidence through a triangulation is also very seductive, because it shows that you have a security within yourself. Some of these people, they were triangulating you with people who look like they had more support and resources, when you're just not that materialistic person. You have a difference in lifestyle and values. And they see that you shine light on these egoic, ingrained beliefs, and allow yourself to get set free and sustain your self-confidence through that. I think, okay, is very seductive. Pile 3, how can you seduce them? We have Rabia, the queen of saintly women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. And I think that something recently definitely asked you to move in a certain way that you were not expecting. Maybe you were not expecting to show up, and for this person to have a real life love triangle. Like, for them to have a real life, like, some of you guys, this could even be turning into a legal issue, where you need to sue this person for copyright infringement or some other type of injustice around this, okay, matter. It'll be different for all of you, but it feels like something dark that is going on. And I think that you represent the saint in the situation. And it could be, the ego belief is that, like, people who look like they have a lot of resources and support, they can look like the saint. But it's really the people who are surrounded by the most people are the most fake, treacherous people. Those are the people that you really need to watch out for, okay? And so I think that this triangulation was the illusion of attraction, the illusion of getting more support, the illusion of having more resources, the illusion of being a saint, right? Because they have this support and resources. But I think that this ultimately just helped you release this ego belief, and that, like, that you I don't know, I'm also getting that something where this person knows that you're the one for them, but they still could be having like triangulations, and you know that this is them conflicting about a difference that you guys have in your unconventional relationship. Okay, and so that's not for you to take responsibility for. And so sustaining your self-confidence through their triangulations is multiple third parties. They come in all different shapes and sizes. This person is drawn into an illusion of attraction when they see resources or support, or they see that's really darkness. Okay, and so I think that that's, you know, how you can attract this person is by continuing to be a saint and continuing to shine light on these ego beliefs, and that disillusions them from what they thought was support and resources. Okay, and how that really is an abusive tendency, and how they've known that you have, some of them have known that you've been the saint, but they have just they've been compromising their integrity and honesty to and making up a conflict about something that they know is false. Okay, so I think that that makes you turn. I don't know if you want to seduce them, friend, do you? Okay, we have prostitute. I kind of figured that this card was going to come out. I think that your ego beliefs is also is because, like, I think that you haven't had as much resources and support as these people, and I think it's because you have had a challenge of surviving, and I think that the ego beliefs that you are highlighting help them realize that these are people who are just prostitutes. You've not been a person who you haven't compromised your inner spirit to get more resources and support. That's literally what's happening. The illusion of support, the illusion of resources is really a prostitute who will do anything, who places their material considerations and security above their empowerment. They would rather have a bunch of relationships to look like they have physical security. They would rather look like they have a bunch of stuff to look like they have physical security. But that's really not self-empowerment. Okay, and I think that you are the saint that is really the truly authentically empowered one, and you have been accentuating the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. It's easy to chase a bunch of material things and chase a bunch of relationships to look like you have resources and support, but that's not really what you have. Those relationships are superficial. You're not really empowered. You're just doing things desperate and forming codependencies to get material things and to get physical securities. Okay, and they see you reflect back to these people the true challenge of surviving with an inner spirit. It means that you don't have as much resources and support. By having a inner spirit with a conviction that is seductive to someone. Okay, to not be needing all of the ostentatious caricatures in the media and propaganda and sensationalism, when that's really not self-empowerment. That's truly darkness. Okay, ignorance, shadow attachment. Okay, I feel like it makes it really hard for people to choose you, pile 3. Because you're not this person that cares to have these resources and support. And so that's quite the opposite of being good for business. Okay, friend. So I think that you have to find a balance in the situation. Okay, how can you seduce them, pal 3? I think accentuating the challenge. Okay, yeah, I think that you are seducing them, friend. Okay, you are seducing them, and that's the miracle. But because I think that whatever else was trying to seduce them has grown despondent. No matter how many resources and support they look like they haven't created anything. And that was you. Okay? So I think you have seduced them. But I think that you will, and this is the completion of a cycle, but you need to release this past, and it involves growing, and it involves forgiveness perhaps, or releasing a negativity around these people who've been reflecting the shadow aspects. The people who have been looking like they have more resources and support, so it's easy to choose them. It's easy to conform to them. But you've been seducing them with this miracle that you've received to survive, okay? And have been showing people the power of your inner spirit is much greater than these prostitutes who are not truly self-empowered and place their material consideration above their self-empowerment. They're not really in love. They don't really like you. They're just desperate for a check, okay? That's how you can seduce them, friends. But let me grab my deck. So yeah, friends, I think that like it's a miracle that you have seduced them, because these third parties or triangulations that they could have been doing are literally just no boundaries. It's not that they want them, okay? It's because, or that they have a greater seduction over you. It's literally because they don't have any boundaries, and they keep getting seduced by the illusion of resources and support. And I think that the more that you accentuate the challenge of surviving, the more you enhance this person's discernment around what real resources and support really look like. Something where these people might have a lot of resources and support, or they're very superficial clout chasers and stuff like that, and then you showed them who supports you. You showed them how you actually got this shit sold up. You really showed them that despite having this challenge of surviving, that your spirit was so powerful that it didn't matter how many people, how much resources and support you attracted. It was that you had the right resources and the right support. And that was the seduction, friend. That was the miracle, is that you got the right resources and the right support. Okay? It wasn't about some illusion of something grandiose, okay? LOL, it's actually grandiose. You know what I'm saying? That's the illusion, right? The illusion of living your dreams versus the illusion of actually living your dreams. The illusion of having resources and support versus actually having resources and support, where you are saved from a group of clout chasers, and that makes you very desired, okay? We have Sacred Sexuality deck, okay? That makes you a rare gem, that makes you a special, a rare commodity, okay? Some of you guys, these people do like the ebony, okay? They do like the ebony. So how can you seduce them with from the Sacred Sexuality deck, okay? I'm hearing you're starting to see things crystal clear now, and that's very seductive, okay? Because it helps them see things crystal clear as well, and so there's no more illusion of attraction. I think that some of you guys thought that you were going to loop around this same challenge constantly, and I think that you finally completed this cycle, and that's very seductive, okay? That's very seductive, friend. Some of you guys, you're now married, okay? Or you've evolved beyond the triangulations or the conventional loser. You've evolved around the conformist, the convention. You've evolved, okay? So some of these people, I think that you having a sense of security in this relationship, if there has been a triangulation, is like maybe offering them a threesome, maybe asking them if they want a threesome, if you're interested in that. Like some of them, they would definitely be seduced by a threesome, okay? Because it's like, I think that like you don't have to worry about going into a threesome and wondering if someone is going to outperform you. You're going to be the one that gets pleased a lot, is what I'm hearing, because you are considered the 10 out of 10. So this is a unspoken thing in threesomes, I think, is that the person who is the most attractive usually gets the most pleasing. And I feel like whoever this triangulation is, this person does not compare to you. They're not as great as you. They're not, I'm not going to say they're like, it must be something nice about them that, it must be something nice about them that you like, or that you can find attractive, or something where you express something about being stable enough to have a threesome. So I think that was very seductive, because they thought about, you know, having you like their perfect 10 or something like that. And then like having just some holes on the side or something like that. Like they would be happy, like maybe if this isn't just even one third party, like they want to have they could just want to have multiple third parties with you. And just like have different kinds of forms of intimacy with you. Some of you guys are pansexual. Both of you might be pansexual, so that makes you feel very secure in your body and like release body self-criticism in a situation. If you are pan, a lot of you, that's very seductive. It's anyways, so I think that it is a miracle that you're seducing this person, because it's drawing them away from these people who really have not created anything. I think that they're losing attraction for these people. They're growing despondent towards these people. Those relationships are very over. So some of you guys might have thought that you would be stuck in a chronic cycle of them exploring options and triangulating to conflict as narcissistic abuse. But I think that this is a miraculous healing, and especially like the more sense of security that you form around this triangulation, it helps resolve the emotional weakness that they showed when they were so emotionally insecure to have even done this. And it's been like clear that you've had a challenge of surviving, and some of them have been like sitting there expecting you to have resources and support when you didn't have anything. And so a lot of you, how you've bossed up and have formed your own resources and support has seduced them, and you have gotten securing the bag and things of that nature, and you have ran into miracles that have allowed you to be here. But a lot of them, because they were too busy exploring the options of illusions of attraction, that you kind of have grown apathetic towards them, or no, maybe you don't even want them, or there's just like a lack of them taking actions, and so there was never any passion. And I think that maybe seeing you now is like they see you full of action and maybe like flowing with love and resources and support, and moving how love asks you to move around this triangulation, have actually helped you complete the triangulation. This person, their arousal and orgasm is around like seeing you very flexible. They want to have sex with you raw, and they know that you have been getting more and more flexible. Okay, so the more flexible you get, the more excited they get. Okay, but some of you guys, you haven't had resources and support to do this training, and so it was like strange that they were expecting you to be making progress when they haven't been providing resource and support, instead looking to other people and like believing in their militaries and believing in their wisdom, when those people have literally grown despondent. They were not creating anything. And I think a lot of what they were doing, they were being very impatient, and that was super unrealistic when they know that you had to go train. Okay, So yeah, we have the Tree of Life. We have sexual orientation. Okay, you will be fucking raw with this person. Your flexibility will be very T, and this feels like a very heterosexual relationship, and some of you guys have been a very slow beauty. I love slow beauty concept, a movement and philosophy to help people develop a sustainable self-care practice grounded in nature, health, and wellness, using multisensory product tools and resources to support a joyful way of feeling and being in the world. Shell Pink 8. So this person have watched they were very impatient, and they wanted to have sex with you the moment they saw you, and you were just like, I need to focus on my nature, my health, my wellness, my multisensory product tools, my resources to support a joyful feeling and being in the world. Okay, this is literally about your physical security, and they see that you have really just this whole process of them waiting for you to become beautiful. It feels like, okay. I also think that during this time, you guys have been working through issues around your sexual orientation, and you and this person have a romantic attraction and may be heterosexual, but you may also be bisexual. I just think that this is really challenging your sexual identity, because especially if this is involving a long-term commitment. Okay, the Tree of Life that connects the upper world, the middle world, and the underworld. The knowledge that connects all forms of creation. I think that how you can seduce them is with your inner light, with your I don't know, with your wisdom. Like I said, the wisdom that you share in helping to express your experiences of accentuating a challenge of surviving. You could feel like you're in a middle realm. I feel like in a liminal realm. And you are trying to get to the upper realm is what I'm hearing. You are a saint. And I feel like you have dealt with the shadowiest of realms, which is the underworld. And I feel like you have been understanding the different forms of creation that pull from those shadow realms. When something where this situation involved you dealing with the shadowiest of realms, you were truly in the underworld, and this has really challenged your sense of security. This has been deep shadows, repressed and admonished sexualities, sexual trauma, family violences, and this has really put a strain around your orientation, and you have just been learning a personal pattern of your romantic attraction so that you can make healthier and more informed decisions about your romantic life. And so you are very secure within yourself with this person, because you both have gone on this journey, especially if this is your soulmate, like from Power One, then you have gone on this journey of exploring yourself with this person, and them exploring themselves with you, and possibly going to explore in other relationships that may be bi, pan, or just understanding your sexual attraction and sexual behavior and sexual identity has been a grace that you have allowed your partner. Okay, so I think that also makes them, that's very seductive as well. Okay, it's a miracle that you guys have this fluid relationship that may even take on a heteronormative and heterosexual dynamic. We have the saddle. This is straddle your man's penis from while facing away from him, or you can do it from the side. What was I trying to say? No matter what, make sure that ass is what did I make sure that ass is rumping up. What is was I trying to say? Okay, so this is basically I don't know what the hell that was, but basically when you can be you can straddle this person. This is like, they know that this means that you're really flexible. So a straddling means that you open your legs, like you can sit the way that you sit on top of them, and the way that the penis enters the canal. You could either be facing towards your partner, or you could be sitting in their lap and you could be facing behind. So some of them, they really want you to sit in their lap. Like, they really want you to sit in their lap, like a lap dance, but like with sex, with penetration. Okay, so they know that that means that you have to be very, very flexible in order to do that. And so they just been watching, like, the more your straddle opens up, the more your straddle opens up, they know that that means that, you know, that's more room and opportunity for their penis. You know what I'm saying? And you've just made them wait so long, friend. This flexibility training is such a slow process. This health journey is such a slow process. You being in nature, like, some of y'all really made this person wait. Like, maybe you made them take you on picnics, take you on dates. You made them spend a lot of money, friend. Like, some of y'all, you made them court you for a long time because of their privilege, is what I'm hearing. And they used their privilege. They did. They went to go explore their options, and you're like, okay, go ahead, go have fun, friend. I'm gonna go have fun too. LOL. And they see that you have just become so much, like, you just keep getting more and more beautiful, and this is very seductive because they know that it means that they're gonna get closer to this straddle opening up. I'm already knowing, friend. Okay, I'm already knowing. Yeah, the King of Wands. The King of Wands looking at you. And they see how you have created something. They see that you have, it was a miracle that you created something. And that you have faced this shadowy realm of the underworld and found this, like, saint of a person, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so let's get some tarot from the sexual magic deck, and see, like, what other spicy things that we can get from how you can seduce them. Okay, this is definitely a sacred sexuality, a mental stimulation. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, they sitting over there looking, waiting, you know, just waiting. Okay, they know, friend. They know. They're just waiting. They're dreaming. They're wishing, yearning, and fantasizing. Some of them are masturbating to you a lot, and some of them you really got them on lock. You really got their D on lock or something like that, because they can't wait for you. Like, see how he's sitting in that seat like that? You just come and sit right on the seat, right on his lap, because they know that you're the black cat, friend. I don't know, friend. Something where they know that you got a big rump, or you got a curvy rump, and that they know that it fits nice in their lap or something like that. They want you to sit in their lap, and with you facing, with your back facing them, or you could literally straddle them from directly in front. Okay, by, like, just facing them and getting on top of them that way. Does that make sense? Some of them, they really want you to write creatively about them, and you guys are feeling creative and inspired to write about them. Okay, they just want your straddle, friend. Something where you're gonna be, you hug this person a lot. Okay, you hug this person a lot, but they feel like they are the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, I think how you seduce them is helping them understand something conservative that they are working through. You guys may come from a different culture. They might be privileged. They may have more money, status, and wealth than you. Okay, so this person is used to seeing resources and support a lot. Okay, and you have just been a saint, but you've been disadvantaged. Okay, and the more you express and show that you have a consciousness around this conservative issue that they're having. Okay, I'm hearing no matter what though, no matter what kind of conservative issue they're having, they're still going to come get in those cheeks, friend. Okay, and that's not going to stop them. Okay, but I think that may show a sign of disloyalty. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think that they definitely are about to come see you, friend. They're definitely coming to see you, but I think that you are embittered by the hardship of having to explore their conservative issues so much. Okay, which made them, it could have made them disloyal, it could have made them aroused for something else. Okay, they were not loyal and committed. Okay, so I think that like you just will be this person's, you could just be this person's prostitute is what I'm hearing. Okay, and just leave it at that. Don't get invested anymore past this. Like, I think that they really want, like, I think that the straddling is really inspiring them. Okay, the more beautiful you become is really inspiring them, but I think that you don't really feel the same way. Okay, or you don't really feel connected to them if they've been having such like a conservative, mundane, conventional issue. You know what I'm saying? Something where you're lacking arousal. Okay, some of you guys may be lacking arousal for this person. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. How can you seduce them? Some of you guys might just want to, you know, yeah, they really have they have a big internal struggle with some type of conservative issue. Okay, and it's like they're from a whole different world, friend. I think that you definitely may enjoy intimacy with them, with the sun coming out, but this person is coming to you and they have a lot of ego beliefs about their conservative lifestyle that make them have a true internal struggle. Okay, this may make you feel insecure because they will be really obsessed with your body, but that will not make them loyal and dedicated to you. Okay, because of some conservative issue, some whole different world that they're from, and they may just leave you as their prostitute. Okay, but you'll be a very rich prostitute. Okay, and you will both face the sun in this situation, because you'll know, like, I think that you'll be very well paid, but you know, this person, they could be having a dysfunctional sexual behavior, and it's from a whole different world than you're from. Okay, and it's especially if some of you guys have, like, sorry if I say so much, you guys, but I really just be trying to get as many channel messages out as I can, as fast as I can. Okay, so yeah, I think that like this person ultimately loves the way that you feel. They are a miracle to you, because I think that like this person is a miracle to you. They will give you everything that you want and you'll be very well taken care of, but don't expect to understand the world. Okay, don't expect to understand the world. This struggle is from their life that is totally different than yours, a conservative life, and you're just this person who's had a survival needs. That's quite the opposite of conservative. That means your family hasn't been conservative. It means your family hasn't survived. And so this is very different. Okay, and so this challenge and internal struggle that you have, that they'll have with you, that will make them, that may not make them committed and loyal, is a sexual behavior or identity crisis, okay, from being with you. I think that they have an identity crisis from being with you. So that is unfortunate, okay, but it's that's their form of creation, and you can create your own. You can choose what you want from that. I think that you guys definitely will enjoy intimacy with one another. You guys will eat a lot of good food together. You guys will go, you might travel a lot together. You might spend a lot of time together. But this person's identity they need their identity to maintain a certain type of way, because being with you challenges them so much. I think that you definitely do seduce them, and I think that that is the miracle, is that you do seduce them. But I think that that doesn't make them the man you need, okay? Some of them, they know that, like, these other options that they go explore don't create anything for them, but they will give the glory to someone else, is what I'm hearing, okay? To preserve an identity that they have maintained. Okay? The identity that they have to maintain around what they have created, where they were created, okay? And that's their preference. That is their choice. That's their free will. I think that I don't know, some of you guys, that could be the end of the relationship. But I just think that this could also be just like a lot of pain and confusion here, because this person they could do something unfair to you, or they will pretend that you are not this big miracle in their life, is what I'm hearing, okay? Some of you guys will be suing this person, but for others, you are bound to this person in a particular type of way, and this is just a delay of internal struggling. So where they're still trying to work out their sexual attraction, learn their sexual behavior, and reconstruct their sexual identity. And a lot of this has been a slow process, is what I'm hearing. I hope they give you some clarity. Hope it wasn't too all over the place, but I feel like I am getting a little long-winded. This is how you can seduce this person, is by accentuating your challenge of surviving, that helps them clear away a confusion of their different world that they're coming from, their conservative world that they're coming from. Things that can help them understand their sexual attraction, their sexual behavior, and sexual identity, increasing their awareness around that, supporting them, and so that they aren't so challenged about their creation or their sense of security and where they come from and who they are from being with you, okay? Does that make sense? Don't take it personally, but just always put yourself first, and always make sure your needs are met first. And I think that you guys will experience harmony, friendship, good times, but it may not look the way that you want it to look. It may be of the it might be of the shadowiest of realms. This might be the lowest aspects of these divine unions, where this person has a really deep internal struggle about their sexual identity and hide who they really are, because they feel that you challenge that too much, and they want to maintain that, and that's their free will, and you leave them there to perish in the underworld, okay? I love you so much, Pal 3. Let me know how that resonates, and I'll see you in the next one.